I found it. Okay. So anyway, what are you assholes doing tonight? We got Dominic from Wicked Garden here, one of the few people that's actually putting out some decent ass original music. Put out a couple of albums that are like not cover songs. Shit. Oh, I shouldn't be saying that. What up, Sam? How the fuck you doing, assholes? How you doing, asshole?
We're gonna get into that here in just a minute.
What? Oh, into all that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm just giving them a preview of what you guys are going to talk nice about.
That's true. We're gonna start here in just a sec.
Who was messaging me during the show? Oh, Denny. Well, I can't do nothing with that, homie. I'm trying to fucking, man, you know about my camera work, motherfucker. Come on, man. You messing with me when I'm fucking with the camera. That's a yeah. You guys can look at the top of the
got the cave quake going on, man.
Yep. That's all. Hold on, fuck faces. I'm still here.
We're gonna get one of those little disclaimers on the back. If you have epilepsy or any kind of seizure, do not watch this video.
I should have been doing that a long time ago. And that isn't an idea for none. If any of you people had money, you'd already sponsored the station, so you good. I'm good with that. Damn, okay, hold the fuck on. You people know about my camera work. Playing Call of Duty with your wife. Man, you got a cool wife. I'm sure there's a bunch of guys I know saying that. My wife. What up, Libby? How you doing, sweetheart? Hold on, assholes. I'm trying to get the camera. And here we got New Zealand.
No, we got Jason Constantine on here now.
Angel Dust Media.
Angel Dust Media.
Man, I'm telling you, you can't forget that fucking name.
Yeah.
How you motherfuckers doing? Wait a second, I done fucked up here. Imagine that. It's happened twice in the last 1.5 seconds. Okay, that's better now. I can work with the tilt. Just chill, people. I'm trying, man. I'm not a fucking cameraman.
I don't think you're a fucking human.
I am not. You know what? At this point in time, after the last 6 months, I don't even want to admit to that. Okay, hold on, people. Funny. I think I'm about there. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Fuck you, Jason.
Yeah, fuck you, Jason. What's going on, man? Jason, you've been kind of like in incognito from everybody and everything. What's going on, man?
He likes to hide.
Yeah, he does. Oh, it's pretty cool. Shit. All right.
Did I get it right? Was it Angel Dust Media? I know it's Angel Dust something, man. I only did that shit once and I'll never forget it. So the first part of your company name, bro, is right there in my head.
There you go. Well, anyway, welcome to the show. This is C4OC Radio, Revolution Radio 2 Mondays. And you're watching live in the cave. This is the new cave over here that we're in.
Very hot.
It's very warm in here because
Jesus Christ, hot in here. Or wait, I mean the other way around.
Yeah, so we'll get Chris in there too.
There we go.
On that way, hit him in there on YouTube.
I'm gonna sit with Dominic right here. I like this.
So you're lucky he's not your wife.
Well, not yet. The show ain't over.
It's gonna start in a minute. I'm
Probably.
Sure. The show ain't over. Huh?
Show's just now starting. Yeah. So what's everybody up to? Had a show this morning and didn't get it put on the air on the radio, but we went Facebook Live. Didn't get shut down.
Nice.
So it was pretty cool.
I'm waiting.
And I had music going the whole time, pretty much. So it was, but it was all independent music. We got some new music from England that we got.
Dead Demons and Chris Weatherall. And, that dude kicked. That's who I forgot to tag. Well, actually, I didn't tag nobody because I started the video and tag 100 and whatever you can. And they
got a new band. Well, they're not new. They're about 15 years old.
Oh.
They haven't played anything for a little while, but they're called Black Cloud Syndrome. They're from Ohio. Really good sound. I'll play one of their songs here after a little while. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Had that, and then Cure the Curse gave me their 2 covers that they did. They did Wicked Games, and they did Bad Company.
What?
Shit!
Wait, they did that live that night at
no, they did Wicked. They did Wicked Games.
Okay, that was
that
good.
Night. Yeah,
whatever cover they did that night was
that was
good for
Wicked Games, and the Bad Company was really good too.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
So we'll play it tonight.
Cure the Curse.
Yeah,
David Naka.
Yeah, David Naka. Gary.
Yeah, okay.
Good dude.
And the rest of those guys.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, man?
Oh,
it's been forever.
It has been, man. What would we be doing? I've been living like a fucking hermit in the house. I don't get everybody else for the last fucking 8 months. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, we recorded a couple songs with Jason Constantine. back in August, and so we put the first one out, Home Too Far, that came out about 3 weeks ago now. It's doing really good.
You?
Next one,
Yeah.
yeah. Next one's going to come out probably sometime like around Thanksgiving. We're going to put out another second.
Okay.
So
Can we premiere it?
I will get her. I'll arrange that. Absolutely,
Okay.
sure.
Thank you.
We'll figure out how we can
I
arrange
love doing
sure.
that. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be pretty cool.
Pavement Entertainment, it gives us all their shit too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. We'll make sure you get it.
Yeah, we gotta send your stuff to old Mark Noir there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, send it out, whatever. Because I mean, it's like it's been hard because you want to do music and you want to put out records and stuff. The problem is that you can't promote anything. You can't play live. So it's like
Right.
It'd be different if you're putting the songs out earns you money, and it really doesn't. So it's like the only way that you can possibly make any money is to go play live and sell merchandise, stuff like that. So when that's been taken away, you just can't do anything. So we kind of like have been in a holding pattern, but we were getting so antsy just sitting around doing nothing. We just called up Constantine and said, look, can we come in and do a couple tracks? And he was like, yeah, fucking come down. So went to his house. He spilled beer all over his rug. It was great. It was like, dude, I am like the biggest fucking retard in this room. I walk in, first day of recording, and Jason's got this really nice house, and he's got everything set up.
We've been over there.
Yeah. And I walk in with a 12-pack of fucking beer, and as soon as I walk through the door, it's just all over the place.
Handle busted.
Yep, just fucking 8 out of 12
You got my
beers.
love.
Yeah. He told me this afternoon. He's like, yeah, it's sort of like the dive bar in my house.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Dang.
No, it had to
Brought back-
smell better.
Brought back
Man.
a lot of
Right,
memories.
but he even kicked my ass, so it worked out pretty good.
That's the thing, though. Like, people don't understand. That's one thing I've figured out over this last couple of years being around you guys and being able to see from moving the equipment to the time you're putting in rehearsing and recording and all this. That's the only place you can make any money anymore unless you get millions and millions of hits on whatever
And even then,
platform. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
What are
even
they paying you? 1/10 of a cent and all this bullshit. So
seven
merchandise, ticket sales, that's where they make their money.
Spotify is now, I think it's 400ths of a cent for every stream. Apple's about 700ths of a cent.
400ths of it.
Yeah. So
Wow.
so like,
Hey, we don't have change no more. How are they going to pay these people?
trust me, man. They find a way.
I know they send you a PayPal check.
That
Yeah,
actually
that's
sounded
exactly
like a Dominic post.
Yeah, I get like little notifications from Wells Fargo. It's like BMI has deposited 13 cents. Yes, that's great. Although actually, I got like my biggest check like 2 months ago.
How
And
much?
I got like $50.
What?
Really?
And I was like, well,
That was not the last thing. Then
well, you got to remember,
Right.
what everything is about 12 to 18 months behind. So it's like if you're
Holy
playing my
shit.
songs today, I'm not getting paid till next year.
what
Oh,
the?
Yeah. And,
So, wow, that's
well,
a double fuck.
and what's even worse is that like if it's from European plays or Asia plays, those are even more far behind. So what I had gotten was my standard, USA royalties and some publishing stuff from Airplay, and then I got a whole bunch of plays from Europe finally paying for when the first EP came out, like in 2018.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, $50. Oh my God. And I'm going Sizzler. I was like, and he said that, and that was for like,
I'm
there
gonna
still a
give you the
Sizzler?
hibachi
yeah,
chicken.
exactly.
Is there a Sizzler left in Vegas?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen a Sizzler.
The last one I seen was on Trop and Eastern. It's a cafe.
Actually,
now.
the last one I saw was in Northern California.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I used
What-
to love
what
that
else was
salad
there?
bar.
Yes, that's,
bro.
that's a good point. That's if you have a good publishing company, Jason said.
Yeah.
And we
Oh, what up,
yeah.
Constantine? I didn't even see your ass there, huh?
Yeah, he's on YouTube.
Yeah, we own our own publishing, so we are a publishing company, which is good. But even still, like if you're a band that's signed to a label that has in-house publishing, you're getting 10% of that.
Yeah.
It may be less. I mean, it's crazy. It's
And
really
now you got to pay to be on. It's such
Oh,
a
yeah.
weird thing from the 80s when I grew up. And look, it was probably exaggerations on some of them
absolutely was.
contracts that people got, but man, they were throwing out thousands of dollars to people because they had a couple people that would watch them at a show, and one dude went in and said they got to follow them. Now these guys got to have recorded albums, have established social medias with over
Oh, yeah.
so many people,
Yep.
and you have to pay
It's
to
a
be
lot,
on the
it's a lot
label
of
list
work. It's a lot of work for a band to get their shit out there
Yeah.
and to get notarized.
to get paid.
Well, the thing is, it's
Really?
like because anybody can do it right now. Like I can
Right.
do it like legitimately, like me and you guys, we can record something and put it up on Spotify within a half hour.
Mhm.
The problem is that's what everybody's doing. So you got to read through all of that. I mean, I read somewhere it's like Spotify premieres 4,000 new songs a day or a week or something like that.
Wow.
And out of those,
Jesus.
but here's the funny thing: out
Lucky
of
if I
those,
get 4.
out of those 4,000
A month.
songs, like 3,500 of them will never get streamed once.
Wow.
It's just so you're just like you're wading through all of that,
And then
And-
also who they choose to be their spotlights
that's the
and
whole
stuff
thing,
like
because
that, right?
they're all in bed with the record. There's three
Right.
major labels. They all own a piece of Spotify. So like I've had people like once you're in the Spotify playlist, good luck. I'm not on a major label. They're not going to put me on.
Yeah.
It's like yes, maybe every now and then they give that one person a chance because they're getting like millions of hits on their own. But other than that, no, you got to pay for those to get on there. Or at least have something they can get in return, which we don't have. So. Lucky.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm looking at the comments. Wait, or I was. Hold on. Slacking. F you, Smurf. The camera's on the stand. You weren't here when the cave quake started. Sorry, sweetheart.
See, me too.
Cave quake.
The
She
cave
named
quake,
it.
yeah.
That's-
Yeah,
that's-
she named that one.
Man, I'm telling you, if anybody ever gave me a
And
nickname other than
Somebody
Cave,
said a good point. It says BMI Live should pay you for every live performance you do, Paul. And that's correct, and they do. If you are with BMI, you can basically register your set lists. So every time you play live, you get paid. It's like a quarter. I mean, it's like maybe 50 cents you get.
Yeah,
so,
but you played a lot of shows, man. Last couple of years, it'd have been like at least $12.
almost, man.
Almost as much as that
And
$50.
it goes by where you're playing, how many are in the audience, whether there was a
Sharing
if it was a
on social
promotion or
media.
anything like that. Yeah,
They got all of that. They can.
Oh yeah. I'm most like it's like I get royalties for the weirdest shit.
But they make him wait a year to get paid, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. Like Facebook, if we're playing some shit, boom, you gone.
Yeah.
You don't have a license, or this company don't agree with, but these guys got to wait a year.
Hey, I got my own video almost got taken down by my publishing company. So go figure. Because we used
Leona X
Uh-huh.
got slammed by Facebook and said, "Oh, this was copywriting material."
And it was her
She goes,
shit.
And
"Yeah,
it's
no,
her
it's my
original
song."
song.
I
wrote it.
I had the same problem with YouTube. Like when we uploaded the video, I got a message that this is copyrighted material. And I'm like, yeah, it's me. And they're like, well, it's registered by TuneCore. Yeah, TuneCore is my administrator. They handle all the all the bullshit basically, but I own the publishing. I had to send them basically a letter explaining that I give myself permission to play my song.
And this is my thing right there. Look, if the company, if it wasn't his song, and they said, "Hey, they're playing our," okay, that's one thing.
Mhm.
But he's putting his man. Who the fuck are you? You
But
ain't
they
even
mute-
looking
it's
into
just
who
like
owns
YouTube.
it.
YouTube will mute like 30 seconds of a song.
Yeah.
But if you play 30 seconds of almost every song that's ever been played,
They
sounds
don't
like
care.
somebody else.
Sure, of course. They got an algorithm. It's the
Yeah.
same shit that if you have Shazam on your phone.
Mhm.
What the
Well,
hell
I
is
know,
that?
I know.
Shazam is an app that if you hear a song on the radio, you're like, who the fuck sings this? You hit that app, it listens to the song, and it will tell you who.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit!
And
Oh yeah.
So
that came out
Oh,
a
that's
couple
like
years ago.
having me around.
Yes, that's the same. That's the same program that YouTube and Facebook use.
I never realized
So,
that one was.
If you got music playing in the background, if that algorithm picks up on it, it's going to say, okay, this is copyrighted material. Who did it now? And so when they have two choices, it depends on the type of YouTube video you're doing. If you're monetized, where you're actually getting money from advertising, what's going to happen is the copyright owner of that music is now entitled to whatever you make.
Mhm.
So if you played my song right now and you would get monetized, TuneCore would put in a claim and I would get that money because you're basically using my music to get an income. I don't necessarily agree with that. That's just how it is.
Right.
Right.
So it's one of those like catch-22s where it's good for in some ways.
The
'cause you don't want-
exposure.
right. You don't want people throwing your music out there. You're not getting paid for it. But it's also like if it's something like what we're doing here, and you guys played my song and went, "Oh no, you can't do it." What the fuck? I'm right here.
Right.
Of course I get the permission.
I've had Facebook
Right.
do that when
Oh, yeah.
we've had
Oh, yeah,
we've
we've
been
had-
premiering the song
Yep.
from the person that's on the show, and I'm like, "F you, asshole! I got permission to play
Oh, yeah.
this from the
Well,
guy
no,
that wrote it
That's
and
why, that's
played
why
it."
I've had everybody sign those release forms.
Right.
Yeah, I give Revolution Radio or
Yeah.
C4OC permission to play the song
Right.
because we play it all day long and it plays at any given time.
Right.
I mean, not necessarily on Facebook or YouTube, but
But yeah, no, another place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
Over the
Jason said, "Yep, it happened to us on YouTube too." The Leon X.
oh
thing.
yeah, but we had that's why we pay a licensing fee to broadcast music, and
Right.
that's all music.
Yeah.
We paid $350 a year
Right.
to do that. I mean,
And
so,
we're not
yeah.
getting paid to play it
We're not
either.
getting-
So
we're not
at
getting
that
anything
point in
from-
time,
we're paying to play your music.
Right.
I
Yeah.
believe 99% of
guys
artists would agree with that too.
Yeah,
They'd be like, "Just play the shit."
Yeah. We want
Yeah.
you to play it. Yeah,
Right.
It's like,
One person picks it up, man. Maybe they buy a CD, love it, and then they get a shirt from
yeah.
the
I've
merch
never
store or at
once
a
told
show.
somebody not to play the music. Like it's like, yeah, play that shit. And I've gotten I've gotten emails and claims like oh, we heard, like that. If you check our YouTube account, it will say there was a claim put in on your behalf because of this, and I always deny it. It's I'm not gonna take someone's money. It's stupid. It's like.
Well, I've never gotten paid for doing this.
Yeah.
No matter how many songs I
play.
play.
What are we gonna get? Like YouTube, you think that Spotify pays paid? YouTube is the worst. YouTube pays 1/1000th.
It used to be all right if you had over, but now they've rolled it back so tight and hard. And even people that got millions, man, if it ain't something they don't like, you ain't getting paid the same amount as somebody getting $1 million less than you. It's a weird agreement they got, man.
We the Already Gone video on YouTube has almost 9,000 plays. And
look that up, people.
And I think we've gotten, it's like 60 cents, like from 9,000 plays or something stupid.
And how many commercials does somebody have to?
Yeah.
Even if you only got to watch for 5 seconds when you first start his video, they still get paid for that.
Dude, I made more money when they played our song on fucking Julie's show.
Julie Pyle?
Yeah, Julie Pyle.
Channel 13.
Yeah. They were advertising one of our shows, and so they played part of the song. I got more money from that than they did for like 200,000 streams on anything.
Wow. It's network TV.
Exactly, yeah.
No, it's local TV. It's on a network, but it's technically local. But the fact that, that's cool that you got, but even still, 200,000, which is probably all around the goddamn world.
They played, I think they played it for like 13 seconds, and I got like $4. I was like, sweet.
Hey, man, that's pretty. I ain't gonna lie, man.
13 seconds. That's
not bad.
Play a little bit more.
Play it all the time. Yeah.
What is that? That's like $1 every 3-4 seconds.
Yeah,
man. That's not bad. Now, if you can make that all the time.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's a volume game now. It used to be you had that one song. That one song hit, and it kind of took off. Now it's like you need 13 songs that are hitting at all times in order to get any kind of income.
That's why that's one of the main reasons why I play. I don't play like this is your single.
Right.
Play this a lot.
Yeah.
I'll play everything you guys got.
You'll go back.
And I'll rotate it all because then the algorithm that they use or that they play through Sam's.
Right.
It counts how many times this song's been played.
Yeah, you're supposed to be paid from that. You might want to look into that shit too.
Because we paid BMI and all those other things.
Sure,
they distribute that money to everybody.
Right. Yeah, and then it goes by percentage, and it goes by estimated, audience, and it's a big.
It's a big scam.
Yeah,
the record companies had it made prior to that because I didn't realize, and a lot of the guys who got the big deals, they were basically loans.
Oh yeah,
that's why them guys end up fucking selling 10 million albums from back in the 80s that they're broke now.
Yeah, they're all loans.
They did, and you thought them? No, they didn't, because they had to pay the record company back for the tour, for the promotion, for all the bullshit.
And not only that, the record company got their money back tenfold before you even paid them back.
Yep.
Right.
I just got Nepal a month ago. Man, I was like, I'm gonna go there once, but man,
Brazil.
Good shit.
Monks, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, South. We got Brazil. We got all kinds of shit.
I want one of them Sherpas to yodel our songs over the fucking Mount Everest.
I'm down, bro. I'm going with, man. I'm filming that shit. Fucking hey.
You got some else? No,
Let me check this.
New Zealand Pin and Didgeridoo do one of their songs. Yeah,
that would be cool.
Oh, what up? Damn. Hello, people. How you doing, Cheryl?
Oh, no. If you want to do that, it's over here.
Lori?
Chris.
Hello. Huh? Danny.
You're over here, too.
Oh, man. You ain't got the Facebook.
It's right here.
Cheryl, if we only knew when the next gig would be. I don't know.
Oh, there's Facebook. The other one was YouTube. Okay, hold on.
I wish I could tell you that we have a good idea of when it's going to be, but we don't know. We're ready to play. They can call us tomorrow. We'll be ready. But as far as I can't give you a date, unfortunately.
Yeah. Actually, I mentioned we had Mary Aiden on last week. And I said, well, when people want to really start playing again, we're going to have to go back to house party.
Right.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh no, they're gonna shut you down." I'm like, "All right, what's going on?"
Cheryl,
they're gonna. You could do it now. The problem is that you have to and I completely understand where the venues are coming from. I was on Jason Forberg's podcast.
Dude, that guy is Yoda.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys.
That's Yoda. He's the one that recorded Baker's Dozen album. That guy kicks ass.
But we were talking about it, and I said, put in let's use Vamp as an example because everybody knows that place, right?
Right.
You can't tell Vamp that you can open up to 50% capacity and expect them to have live music when they're not going to make what they could make at 100% because their overhead's the same.
Right.
So you can't expect to shell out a few $100s per band to go play when they counted how much they can actually make. And then the whole point of bands playing is to bring people in. What do you tell the bands? Like, listen, I want you to play on Friday, but only bring 10 people. But that's basically what it's coming down to,
Right.
And it's like it can't be done. And it's like I'd rather just wait and go, okay, when all this is done, then we'll go out and we'll hit it. But I'm not going to sit there and go, I'm only going to invite 10 of my closest friends, because if only 6 of them show up, well, that's 4 of the people that actually got in, So it's a fucking mess.
Cheryl Wallig said, "Hi guys, finally remembering Don's acoustic set during Rona." And
which one?
yeah, that's what I was going to ask. And
yeah,
Paul,
you guys did a little podcast.
we did a little podcast. I did some stuff, and then I did a couple what we called secret shows. So I won't name the venues because I don't want to get them in trouble.
we got a couple
But
of
it's
them
like private
coming up.
parties. So,
Sure.
I wanted to do some acoustic stuff, and that was fun.
AV, I know what's called AV something. Metal Mama knows those guys.
Oh
Who?
yeah, they're
AV.
doing a good job.
They're doing really good.
I'd like to do something with them.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
Yeah.
know about that show the other night till we seen them. That,
Yeah.
But I will tell you one thing: as
they've
much
been,
as
they've been streaming it online too, the AV thing. They had
see the streaming
Dirt
thing.
Halo, and then
Yeah.
the thing is, there's a lot of, like Facebook and YouTube, they're cracking down more on all this live streaming stuff because they're not making.
Oh,
it.
they straight said as of October 1st. Look, they screwed with us to begin with.
Mhm.
They straight said that they are going to start pulling down these shows that are playing music and doing radio type shows because it's for family and friends. That's what they're saying. But I mean, now they're basically admitting what they've been doing the whole fucking time.
Right. Yeah.
To me, that's all they're doing is admitting it. But Paul Glashewski from IDSFA said
Yes.
BMI should pay
And
quarterly.
They do pay quarterly.
Yeah.
What I was referring to is that they pay behind. So
Yeah.
they'll pay. Like I just got paid for the quarter of I think 2019, the fourth quarter. So they're always a few months behind. And again, if you're doing, like I said, European and Asia, they're almost a year behind sometimes, depending on when they report. So.
Yeah.
So they get you a year and a quarter behind.
Yeah, but but they'll get you just for that quarter. You never get paid for one quarter at a time. It's weird how it works. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like it's just like if you do have something, you kind of got to keep it on a down low.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna have this. We're gonna have.
Hey, and guess what? Next week, the 17th, I got something for you special motherfuckers. Hit me up privately. And also the 24th, we got some shit for you. But
he's like the Tiger King of the show.
Oh man, what is? Hey, look, man. Look,
I saw that.
I have
saw
not
that
watched
show
that.
finally.
I love tigers. I love.
finally saw that show, and I was just like,
And what did
Damn.
you think? Was it fucking horrible or
Dude, it
what?
was crazy.
it was
Everybody
crazy.
was
The dude
watching it?
Oh yeah. It was a drama between these two tiger, rescue things, right?
And they both
they
don't
both
give a
hate
fuck about the tigers. They just care about
They
themselves.
don't. Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
That makes sense. I
And
need
it
a
was just
tiger
like,
refuge.
I'm going like, okay, so this guy has bigger cages than they do.
Right.
It's still a fucking cage.
Yeah.
No matter what.
I mean, come on.
It's one of those shows you watch to go, okay, maybe my life isn't that fucked up. Like,
Right.
maybe I'm okay. These guys are crazy.
It's good. These guys are getting.
Well, show protest
There's
for me.
Brian Scott. He said, just call the
Hey,
show
what
a
up, Brian
protest and
Scott?
you won't have any issues. Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
That
right.
works out good for everybody, man.
Yeah.
I hope we can do live music soon. I really do. I hope it's, sooner rather than later, obviously, because now we're getting into the colder months. I think
And
that's the perfect time to
in
do
2 weeks from now, it's going to be worse, man. It's going to be bad
whatever
because
it
everybody's
is.
going to get sick.
Whatever it is, as long as I can see where they'll probably wait for the colder months, but that's the perfect. In Vegas, the cold months are perfect.
Didn't
Yeah,
we
it's
do
still
that just like this last year? We were locked down, though. I'm
Yeah.
just curious because we were in the cold and then we went to warmer and then way fucking hot.
Well, it's not. It's more along the lines
There's
of
our
having
host.
it, in there. Having
Oh,
it
there's
inside.
that son of a bitch.
There's
Where you
there's
been, Hans?
There's our gracious host. This is the owner of
Anyway,
the estate. This is Mike.
Are you on there?
Yeah, we're on.
No.
there.
Yeah, man.
Your listeners don't mind the other one.
No,
Yeah,
man,
they're
we love
used
you,
to
You
man.
gotta listen to Chris.
It's a professional show up until I speak.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
a
it's
great
like
guy.
a-
He lets us use this
Double the
stuff.
price.
That's great. Man.
Awesome. Use everything.
Yeah.
And it's just, he's a great guy. He's had us hypnotized before. So.
Man, he actually hypnotized my crazy ass, and I didn't think it worked, and it did. I just.
First time we did it, man, he was just like, I had to turn the microphone up so you could hear him. He was
What?
like, oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, everybody
Everything
kept,
was like really quiet.
for
I'm like,
2 weeks
what?
after.
That's the
Everybody was
first-
like, "Man, you seem calmer." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?"
He did. You know, so, then now
I had to
okay,
believe
I got
it.
turned down.
That's great. That's great.
3
No, but
people
he's a great
said it
guy,
on the
man.
show that night, and then people that I've known for 30 years and I ain't seen in here that were talking. They're like, "Man, are you high? Are you like really, really high?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? Man, you're calm." No,
He
I'm
was.
not.
He was like he was quiet. Like I was taking him home. It's all the way home. Normally it's just nonstop.
Right, yeah.
By the time I pick it up, the time I drop him off, he's going.
And when I'm there by myself and sleeping and everything else, man, I don't ever shut the fuck up.
You said you got booted.
What was that?
What?
You got booted.
Off of Facebook or
Off
no?
of what?
Off of
Off of
YouTube.
who?
YouTube probably.
Well, we're still on Facebook.
No, we're still on there.
So what the fuck? Oh wait, he might have been talking about something. Okay.
Oh no,
Never mind. That's Danny McCune. From
No, we're
New
still
York.
doing. That's probably on your end, dude. We're still running.
Good night, Cheryl.
Night, Cheryl.
Hey, stay single, chick. It'll help your head. I'm not lying to you. Look how much has helped me. I'm the
6
perfect
hour
example. Yeah, it's gonna be 3. Who knows, man?
It's be a 1 hour roll.
Hey, well, honestly, if you can't satisfy somebody in an hour, you probably ain't going to 2 or 3 hours later. That's all I'm saying. Unless
But if you're enjoying it for the whole,
well, no, hey, no, I'm not saying. But come on, man. Hey, if you can't do it in a couple minutes and make the girl happy, you ain't doing your fucking job.
I'm just gonna say friction is an issue after a couple of fucking hours.
That's
Yeah,
true.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's many issues.
we're gonna
Age
start a
and-
fire here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fucking brush fire. The lava's running
Yes.
down there and shit. Yeah, no, I don't do that shit.
Oh,
Hey, well, yeah. So, you know, I keep-
it always
I'm
ends
not
up
here,
back.
guys, so I have no
It always ends up back
I
in
think you
porn,
guys are
don't
full
it?
of
No matter
shit.
what. Oh yeah. So when are you getting your own porn company there, Captain Penis?
Captain Penis.
No, that wasn't. What was the name we had for you the other day? I
I
thought of.
don't know. I didn't. Wasn't
Yeah,
paying
it was
attention.
pretty good, man. Captain. I'll
Wolf,
think about it.
Wolf
He's a
Whistle
porn
Studio.
photographer.
Does porn.
He's
Right?
a,
So I've been helping him film.
Right.
So I'm just
Help
behind
you.
the cameras.
I'm going to get murdered.
Yeah, you are.
I'm getting murdered Saturday
doing,
with
uh,
blood. Hey, nobody's. Hey, wait.
No.
Okay.
Hang on.
We got to leave this
We're
for the
doing-
next break. We're gonna when we take not right this second. We're not taking a break. But listen, assholes, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna get murdered on film, and most of you motherfuckers are gonna probably just loop that shit over and watch it all day long. I have no problem with this. But
Yeah. I get this.
when we
So-
do decide to take a break, we will come back and we will tell you about what's going on. I'm going to be in a pornography film. You know, one of those adult art, but no dice player. You'll see. We'll talk about that when we
we're
come
gonna
back.
knock him out.
That's a cliffhanger, dude. I'm trying to do that, NBC, CNN shit, because nothing we're saying in between means a goddamn thing, but we got to bring them back so they can listen to the rest of the bullshit.
Well, that's true.
Oh, good, man. Oh.
So, you're writing more, right?
Oh, yeah.
You guys are always writing.
Always, yeah. I read it constantly. It's like annoying
He works,
to
dude.
people. Yeah, like I just sit there like every day, like something. So I just put it on my phone and write it and send it to the guys, and either they love it or they fucking hate it. They just stop talking to me after a while. Like, stop, enough. Sean has actually given me that a couple times. Like, dude, like, take a break. It's like every day there's something. I'm like, all right, but I'm just like one of those guys. Like, I can't shut it off.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Especially now since I've been out of work. I've been home for 6 months.
Right.
So it's like every day. It's like you sit at home, like guitar, boop, and something comes out. It's not all great, but some of it is. So
Man, you're not that bad, bro. I don't think you suck at all.
I don't think so. I'm sure other people will disagree.
No, I'll tell you. Well,
No, he's,
honestly, that's the new song. It was just the sound. It sounds so much different than than I-15.
And it's funny because
it's
it's like
not hip hop, is it?
no, it's not.
Just checking, man.
It's just it's one of those things where because like you got 4 guys in the band and all 4 of us listen to like 4 different things. It's like really strange. It's like
But you listen to each other.
yeah,
when
it's
you're-
like Sean is really into like he loves like Rage Against the Machine. He likes a lot of hip hop. He likes Cypress Hill. He likes Metallica. Jay is like into like progressive like Tool. He loves Tool. Troy is old school metal and classic rock.
and you're
and
all
then-
over the road.
I'm kind of all over the place. So when we all get together, like it just sounds like somebody at some point. you know.
Right.
And that particular song, Sean wrote all the music to that, and when he came in with it, and he was like, "Yeah, it doesn't sound like us, but it still sounded like us." It was really kind of weird, you know. It sounded great though.
Hey, this is our no. You keep talking, man. We're still listening.
I have no idea what's going on right now. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So it's and then the next single, which is coming out, I wrote, and in my opinion, it sounds like like Weezer and Local X, Local 8, excuse me.
Okay, Peanut Gallery.
Yeah, the Peanut Gallery is.
It's too loud. No, we love you guys.
But I'll make sure you get you'll get the new single first. I'll figure out how to do that.
Okay, so Brian Scott said something about being a vegetarian. That's pretty disgusting, Holmes, even though I like that. But wow, man, that's kind of weird. Thank you, Ron Farrell Jr.
Vegetarian.
from Texas and the Underground Singers Club. And Paul Goloszewski said, I know how to work mine. It's not my fault if she can't work hers. I agree with you, Holmes. I have never failed to satisfy myself with someone else or by myself. So I'm just saying, I am fucking undefeated, assholes.
I'm
He's
the
like
best
one
guy
of
I ever
those-
had. That's not-
Yeah. He's like one of those wet dogs that just has his head hiked up over his head, scooching his ass on the couch.
No.
Jesus, man.
Oh man, that was off in left field somewhere.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, that was kind of even ruder to me for a
Yeah,
second there. And I had, man, you need to quit hanging around me because he was a nice guy a long time ago.
Yeah, they've been telling me that I'm getting mean now.
you getting me?
But he
Yeah.
needs to. What do you think? You've known him longer than I have. Technically, you've known him longer than I have.
No, he's known my brother longer than he's known me.
Yeah, but it's
But he's been around you longer than I have. And you've seen the interactions from when maybe you didn't know him. Just see, he's too fucking nice. I'm sorry, but y'all.
Well, I think
I
this is-
love
well,
you, but people.
okay. So here's the thing: because he is very nice, when he does get not even angry, when he gets opinionated, it's amplified. Because people are like, "Whoa, Steven must have changed." No, he didn't change. He has an opinion that you just don't like right
He's
now.
finally calling you on your
yeah.
bullshit.
Right? Yeah, and we're all like, I'm the same way. Like, I'm a big goofy son of a bitch, but like somebody hears me scream, like, "Wow, he's a fucking lunatic." Like, yeah, when I'm mad. You
See, and
know,
I'm totally opposite of both
I
you
try to
motherfuckers.
keep calm.
I try to
my
keep really
chi,
steady. Yeah.
But it's it's just the way things have been going on. It's just
That's the thing.
enough's enough.
Everybody's senses are all heightened. Right
Okay,
now.
I'll let you read those comments from here on out because it's
What
getting
was that?
dirtier, and you're the porn king now, not me, bro.
I would. What? I don't want to hear nothing about smearing anybody's paps.
No, because
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Brian said something about getting a vegetarian shirt or naming
No.
a group that nobody'd go for it, and Cheryl's.
I don't know.
I would have worn the
Just-
shirt
Just
though.
buy the Wicked Garden stuff. Don't worry about this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
you know what?
Just
This
get the Wicked
asshole
Garden
might
stuff.
put vegetarian on one of his shirts. I'm not going
You
to
write
lie.
a song called Vegetarian.
I sure, why not? I got nothing to do tomorrow.
I'll do the
That's-
chorus
yeah.
for you if you want.
The pap smear vegetarian.
Oh,
I don't even want it.
man, there is so
I
much
don't know.
yeast going on in that.
That's two
stuff.
words. that
No
just came
dice.
out of
man.
it, so. Thank
We need
you.
help.
Yeah. See what you started now?
Yeah,
Thanks,
really.
Cheryl.
We know it's a band show. We were just playing. You do understand that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
you
we
do.
try so hard to be family orientated for Facebook
What?
and YouTube.
It's not worth it.
It never works.
Man, I don't want
Never
nobody's
works.
kids, not even my own, watching it. If your kids are watching this, you go put them in a goddamn bedroom. Make them read a fucking book or something. What's wrong with you people, man? Don't let them watch
Don't
me.
they have kind of online school to go to?
Yeah, right.
Something. Oh yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of funny. Your manager.
Uh-huh.
So when she goes, yeah, she goes, she wanted to do something with me,
Mhm.
and nothing.
Yeah,
She
well,
just,
it's
oh my god, that's cool or whatever.
the,
You know.
the
She's
problem.
doing something for you though. I
Oh
hope.
yeah, she's been
Okay.
great for
Oh,
us.
yeah, yeah.
okay.
You know,
Well, he's the one paying him,
the,
so
the problem is that like there's stuff we do want to do, and then we find out that we just can't. And it's
Nothing.
like it's a matter of time, money, lack of both. Or
man, you should turn that around. You look way cooler. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, oh, yeah, that's
Sorry, man, but he's a rocker, dude. I'm
Yeah,
like, man,
yeah,
you look way better with
I
that.
a fucking keel video.
Yeah.
I was just doing this because I need something to lift my fucking shoulders.
I
up.
know, but it looks cooler
But,
that way. So.
Yeah, so like we had ideas and stuff that we want. Like here's a great example. From the first record, everybody wanted us to release "Hate Bitches" as a single, right? And they wanted to make a video for it. So we finally got the okay from our label at the time. Yeah, go ahead and make a video for "Hate Bitches" back in January.
Mm.
And we were going to
What
do
was
it.
that label anyway?
We were
Sorry, I didn't
on
know.
Shock Records for
Shock
Vanity
Records.
Music.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so we had a venue all picked out to do it at. and then the venue closed down, right? So it's like, okay, well now we need to find some other place, and then the world ended in March.
Right.
So
our birthday.
everything just got scrapped. So that set off a chain reaction of other things we couldn't do. Like we had tours canceled that we were supposed to do. You know, all these like shows that we were getting, like some like for us bigger shows. You know, it wasn't your typical local shows. Like we got picked to play a couple of really nice gigs, not just in Vegas, but like California and stuff. And everything just went out the window. And it put us so far behind because now everything in music is 6 months later. You know, you like, you know.
Oh yeah.
So I like, you know, the plan that we're going to do today is actually going to happen in, you know, April. And
we hope.
Right. Well, that's the thing is then when everything ends, you go, well, shit, now we have to wait for this to end before we can plan the next thing. We don't know when that's going to be. And then it's going to be 6 months after that. Right. And that's what's making it really hard for a lot. I put a post on my Facebook a few months ago where I don't think a lot of bands are going to survive.
Yeah. That next
sad,
comment's yours too, motherfucker, because I ain't reading that one.
There was a band called Buck.
Actually, for Dominic, you should do that in your good voice, man. Come on.
There was a band called Buckfoot and the Rear Riders here in Vegas. I would have fucking loved to see in a band.
You know Paul.
Buckfoot. I think I know Paul. I think so.
Yeah. He's a very unassuming dude when he's not on stage. It's ripcord and being insane. Him and Calvin both.
Plays
3 shows.
Yeah.
Plays a harp.
Plays a harp, really.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, like he's actually sponsored by Reese Harps, Holmes. I got you, bro.
He remembered.
I did. Only the people I like.
I don't ever remember shit like that.
I remember stuff that don't pay me.
I just want things to open back up.
Yeah, we all do.
I mean, and it's just, you know, I saw some of the requirements that they had on these venues.
Yes.
To have, I mean, you got to be 24 feet away from the stage.
Right.
Nobody can be up there.
Oh hell no! You know that ain't happening
half
for me.
Capacity. I mean, come on. I mean, if you had those kind of rules, he couldn't go anywhere.
Well, there's a lot of rules that he can't go anywhere.
I'm not supposed to be. Hey, I wasn't supposed to be nowhere before the cold, bro.
Yeah. I don't think you're supposed to be near school. Like, is that what it is?
No. Hey, you know what? That is one thing nobody can ever. The
he's never
school
been
thing
accused
and
of
around children, but everything else in the whole world. Yep, I fucked it up.
Yeah, that's why we go and we get a table over at House of Blues, right? And those tables aren't cheap sometimes.
Right, yeah.
About
We're sitting
$250
there,
minimum.
And we're sitting there, and you know, we got a table, and he comes over. He'll stand there, order a beer. Here's beer, sit there, and then all of a sudden,
I got to do my bounce. That's how I met him. That's how I met
bounces
you.
all over the place.
That's how I met everybody that I've ever premiered a song from or anything else. Is my bounce.
Dude, I have to tell dude, you come sit down and have to drink your beer with us or what?
Once I'm done,
comes over, takes a sip, gone. Takes a sip, gone.
Social butterfly. It's a good thing.
And I've never been. I've always hated all you fucking people. But once I came back to the music after getting single, it just that fucking made me start thinking about how stupid I am and everything I've done. And it gives me peace. And I think that's one of the reasons they don't want live music. You know what I found out? Steven Slavinsky showed up at, actually, got a shout out, fucking Bill Johnson and Swamp Loco LLC for opening up their Orion cymbal store.
So if your drummer needs cymbals, go to Orion cymbals.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. But I mean,
things are thick.
Really?
Oh yeah, they got a good sound to them, good ring, but they're heavy.
We had Lowen from IDSFA and
was playing them.
The drummer, the bassist, the guitar singing fucking lead singer of Claustrophobia playing on them 2 sets of drums, plus Bill's 13-year-old kid, the boy with the mohawk on Instagram. What up, Hans? That kid, and they all were playing different instruments from what they play on stage. And I'm like, what, are you guys trying to fuck with me? But after we did some Facebook Live there Saturday night when he opened, or Friday night when he opened. And after you left, I wasn't going to film with my crappy phone because they did some 43-minute blues thing where they just were going back with the kid playing drums, with Lowen, and then them guys playing the other instruments they're not supposed to be playing technically according to their albums. But that was some sick ass shit.
That takes some talent when you can get a drummer to play guitar, or a guitarist to play drums,
and they all do that. I think they were a 4-piece band.
That's a great
up until the last couple years. They've been around for 20 years from Brazil. Open for Sepultura, all this. They did all their drugs when they were 14, 15, 16, doing those shows. Dude, one of them, I won't say the name because I'm not sure which of the three. They had the little wood wood fucking dressing rooms or your little rooms
Mhm.
for some festival in Rio, and one of them ended up kicking somebody's ass through both walls into Sepultura's lap. But now the thing is all of them have been sober. I think the least amount of time is 5 years now.
Oh, wow.
And they're 20 years of experience. They got hella albums out. They just opened did Rock and Rio last year in front of fucking 100 and something thousand people, man. It's like, what the fuck? But they did it backwards. They did it better than most bands do. Most bands, they get their hit, then they start doing the dope, and you putting out garbage, and maybe it sells for a little bit. But these guys went the opposite way, so hopefully they got more shit coming. Their new video we see that I watched get filmed the other day, and they got a new whole full album coming out shortly. It's gonna be good. And I love people from Brazil. I'm telling you, you Americans need to start working because man, Brazil might be my favorite place here shortly. But
Brazil's a very good place to go. I've been there.
family oriented, the food, beans and rice in every meal. I don't give a fuck what color they are,
They have
and
good
some
people.
kind
They
of crazy
have
meat.
good food.
Oh,
It's good.
I gotta take you over.
They got beautiful women
Yes, they
too.
do.
Wow.
Crazy.
Man,
Yes.
I'm
South
not even
America
gonna go
are
into
crazy.
that subject, man.
Yes.
Yep.
They are nuts.
Just them girls in Brazil, none of you other ladies anywhere.
No, the rest of the crazy too.
And
They're
I
all
mean
crazy.
that from my heart.
Colombia, they're crazy.
Oh, Colombia. No, I love
Girls are
Colombia.
nuts.
Cut your
Oh
throat.
hell no! You get a
Pull your
Colombian
tongue out, give me a
necktie for
necktie.
real, Holmes. Yup.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that I'm settled down. Couldn't handle that.
What up, Elizabeth? How you doing,
Oh, yeah.
sweetheart? Who's Elizabeth Heller? That's got to be a friend of yours.
Elizabeth Heller.
Maybe I got friends.
Brian Scott.
You got all man. You got all kind of friends,
No.
man.
Yeah.
Not me, but him.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a break for a minute, man. He probably wanted. How long we been going?
We've been going for a little bit.
45 minutes. You want to go have
Yeah.
a smoke real
Right.
quick, bro?
Cool. Yeah.
And then we'll come back and we're going to talk about his new tracks, his other albums, and also about me getting murdered on film.
Yeah.
And
That's gonna be-
I might give you guys a pay-per-view link if you want to see it. And some of you will pay big bucks.
Oh, yeah,
to
some of
see
you pay
me
for just
murdered.
You'll go to
oh,
Wolf Whistle
yeah.
Studios and grab that off.
But I do. He knew I was gonna film some of that, but I'm like, no. Now, hey, I will say one thing though. If it's girl on girl, I will help you come and film. Anything else, I'm out. I'm not doing close up on anybody's balls, not even my own. Period. And number two, well, hey, you guys are gonna see the stipulations for me getting murdered in a porn video coming up shortly on
right, so what
Who
you
Gives
got?
a Fuck.
I'm gonna play some Dead Demons for you guys.
Are we up? You
Um,
got this. It's running, right?
Yeah, C4C is
And
running.
we're on C4OC
We're on
radio.
C4OC
assholes.
radio.
And Simple Amps,
I'm-
Soto Shop Custom Guitars,
Yeah.
and the other ones are yours because they've been flip flopped the last couple of weeks. You lucky I remember that shit.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna play you guys some Black Cold Syndrome from Ohio,
You can't wait. To be
Dead
drugs.
Demons,
I'll be
and
there with
some.
you, bro.
I'm gonna play the new one for Wicked Garden as well. So
Man,
guys
don't you
can
got
be
one of
all
their
that.
older songs you could lead into it with,
I want to lead in with the good stuff.
or put it?
The new
Put
one.
one of the older ones after. He's got some all right songs.
Well, I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know there's one you can find out of everything he's got. You can play around that.
Oh yeah. I'll play Hey Bitch or something like that.
Okay, that now that.
We've been talking about bitches, so there you go.
Anyway, hey, look all you people. We'll be back here shortly. Let's see, you're better. Oh, there's fucking. Hey, play Not Your Kind. BB just jumped up on here. What up, Hans? How you doing?
I don't
brother?
have any Not Your Kind. They haven't sent me anything.
Oh, what the hell?
I don't have anything
It's
recorded
joint
yet.
time. Danny knows what I'm talking about.
I can't play Not Your Kind.
You got New York,
Okay.
Washington,
All right. So we'll be back here in
Vegas.
just a little bit. So here we go.
Vegas. Peru. I don't know where Elizabeth.
Good. I gotta do. Now we're back
Now
live.
we're back.
Hey,
There we
can
go.
you hear us
Gotta turn the
now?
fucking thing
Can
on.
you hear me
Jesus.
now, asshole?
Wait, can you hear me now? Probably going, what's going on? Can't hear
Where's
me.
your glasses, man, and your phone if you're gonna talk that shit?
What?
Can you hear me now?
What?
You gotta have that short hair. And that
No.
glasses, yeah.
No.
Man, I would much rather
No,
you
if
be
my-
the
if my-
T-Mobile,
I
Verizon,
wish I
Sprint
could get
spokesman.
his hair, man. I get my hair long.
Oh
as yours.
man, I don't want to hear about neither one of you assholes in here. Fuck you guys, man. That was a straight fucking fuck you to caveman. You know that, right? Yeah. Not fair, man. Fuck you. Hey,
Told
hey,
you,
when
you'd
you
have all
got
the
when
hair
you
that
get a
comes out of
haircut
my
next
brush.
time, let me borrow some of that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna bleach it. I'm gonna glue it right there.
Yeah. That's fine. My daughter's like, when are you gonna cut your hair, Dad? And I'm like, never.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
That's what I
Sorry.
tell my kids too. It's like, if I cut it now, I probably won't grow back. So it's like, I'm leaving it. You know?
I cut my hair once. I cut my hair 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Just trimmed it. It hasn't grown since.
Right.
It's stuck like this. I'm going,
I cut
dang.
shit, man. I cut my hair off like 11 years ago. Like I cut up to here. And I looked like I was on the fucking Jersey Shore. It was funny. I looked like such a fucking Guido. But I cut it for a job. And the fucking job paid really good. And then after that, I was like, I'll never do that shit again.
Right.
And now it's like I'll get it trimmed every couple like years. It's like, I take 2 inches
The
off.
couple times I actually cut my shit lower than this back in the man, every time them jobs didn't last no more than a month because you know how calm and patient I am with everybody.
You calm?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Patient?
Oh yeah, that was after the hypnotism thing. Huh?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, maybe now. Back then? Oh my God.
Hey, Jeff Krasniak's up on here.
What
Gonna
up,
be
Jeff?
the new drummer of IDSFA. Gary Gage, Smurf.
What up, Gary?
Yeah, keep talking, people. Then I'll respond to you. That's all I'm saying.
We'll catch up.
Interaction. Share. You can share it too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't normally
we'll
say
catch
that,
up.
man. But hey, share that shit.
Oh, yeah.
For him, at least, man. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. He's got some good music, man.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a good guy.
You
so-
just, just got to her Far From Home. Well, kind
Not too
of.
far, folks. But that was
Yeah, I didn't start it till the end.
Yeah.
But we could end the show with that again, depending on what time it is and the time amount and all that stuff.
Sure. Yeah, but it's all good, man. When you coming on the show, it's always been it's always a lot of fun having you on and stuff.
because you guys are like real. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't have to come on here and like play a fucking part. You know, it's like I'm just hanging out with fucking Steve. It's good. You know, it's like,
Yeah, it's all good.
like I get like when I do like other interviews and shit. It's like there's a list of stuff and
Really?
make sure you talk about this. Make sure you talk about that. Don't talk about this. And make sure your hair is done. Make sure you have your fine. Like I barely shave.
When you're on a show with me, you ain't got to go. Just call.
I didn't shave at all.
I know. I told my fiance, I said, should I shave? And she's like, are you going to be on like TV? I'm like, I don't know. I think they do like a live. Like,
We're better than TV, but don't say.
She's
Don't
like,
worry about it.
no, you look fine. I looked at me. I look like fucking Papa Smurf. I was like, I better shave this shit. You know, it's like I'm a vain motherfucker. I was like,
He said Papa Smurf. Actually, Kim, our Smurf, just said hi. Hi, Cave. Hi, Steve. Hi, Dominic. Awesome show. as
How you doing,
always.
Kim? Yeah, Kim's one of our loyal followers.
Man, she is a part of the station,
She's,
bro. She is not
she's,
just.
she's a great. She's
She
probably our
graduated.
number one fan.
beautiful. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
she's really cool. That's why she named him the Cave Quake. And
Hey, man, best.
she's like, "Stop! You're gonna kill me." No, it's they're a lot of fun. They're actually we sent her a shirt and it was
Our first autograph,
shirt, so
huh?
we
Oh,
signed-
nice.
We signed it, and she wears it all the time.
We got a Facebook Live video somewhere of it. I don't care. I was
Yeah,
happy as
somewhere
shit. The only time anybody asked me to sign my autograph was a cop or a judge.
Sign here, please. Oh, you want my autograph? You're gonna pay me now. I'm famous.
No, but if you guys want to buy a shirt or something, I'll sign it for free. But you got to buy the goddamn shirt.
Yeah, if you buy Wicked Garden shirts, I'll sign
Yeah,
it.
I'll even sign his
Oh,
Wicked
yeah.
Garden shirt if you
The
want.
Wicked Garden LV. It has
It's only
ownership.
twice as much. No.
So, well, we're outside. We were talking about Troy. So
Right,
Troy's looking pretty good.
Troy's
then, huh?
looking good. He slimmed down a bit. You know, he started working again. He's building like cabinets and shit. So, yeah.
Oh, cool.
It was funny, like when we shot the video for Home Too Far, we shot it in August. We hadn't seen each other in like 2 months, like since we recorded the songs.
Mhm.
And I walked in and it was like, everybody lost weight except me. I got fatter. Like, you know, Troy lost a shitload of weight. Sean lost weight. Jay's just always in good shape because he's a runner. And there's my fat ass. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is how this is going to be now. It's like, son of a, thank God we shot that in sepia tone so that you can see everything. You know?
Hey, man,
I
you're
was
the
like-
fucking guy of the group, too, man. You can't be sloppy.
Dude, you know what? That shit was sloppy because we filmed that in Jay's garage, right?
Oh yeah.
It was 114 degrees that day.
Oh jeez.
And so what we did was we basically brought the cameras in, closed the garage with a swamp cooler that did nothing. Like
Oh,
maybe
God.
it burned down to 110, and we're in there for 5 hours filming this fucking video.
Oh shit!
And because it was so hot, the camera kept overheating. Right.
Oh wow.
So after 5 or 6 hours of shooting the live footage and everything, then me and Stephanie went out and shot all the B-roll footage, and then we went home and we uploaded everything, and half the footage was destroyed. You just couldn't use it.
Oh,
And it was just
shit.
like,
So did you have to go do it all, or did you
no,
piece it
my
together?
son is a whiz with editing. So me and my son sat down for like, oh wait, even better. So after we found out the footage is destroyed, right? So we had a 5 or 6 hours worth of footage, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours was usable, right? We upload it, the internet goes out.
Oh,
And we can't do anything. It's just stuck in limbo, like in between like our, bits and his bits. Like it's just in the nether. And it took 6 hours for the whole transfer to go through. So when it got through, half of those files were now corrupted.
your son rescued you, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, like
Does he have a business?
No, he does it on his own. My son like does YouTube videos on his own channel, but he makes every video we've ever done he's edited. And he's just a
Really?
whiz.
How old is he?
He's 20. He's incredible.
Damn, he did a good job with him,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I mean, to watch him sync up all the vocal and everything to make sure it looks right, and it's insane. But it's funny because one of the effects of the video is it goes in and out of focus. And that wasn't on purpose. That was because the camera was overheating, but we liked the way it looked.
But he used
Oh,
it.
right.
So he was like, he told me, he's like, if we use a sepia overtone, and if we blow it up a certain angle, it looks like you did it on purpose. I was like, yeah, it actually does. So, but like that video was a fucking nightmare. Like that was just.
Hey,
like,
obviously he's got experience working with music and probably other.
Yeah.
Hey, we might hire him. We need help.
There's a lot of people that they want video editing.
She's a photographer, so she shoots everything. He's also a photographer, so he shoots it too at times, and then he does all the editing. So, other than the expenses of like when we did the first video for Already Gone, we had to rent out that record store for 4 hours.
Wow.
So other than and then when we shot the video for Ask Me If I Care, we had to rent out Joey Willow's studio. So other than the cost of renting the locations, everything else doesn't cost us anything. We just which is great. We have no budget. And the other thing too is like nothing against bands that pay thousands of dollars for their videos. And the videos are great, but it's like it's a lost cause if you're not going to get anything back.
MTV ain't played a video in fucking 20 years, Holmes.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like our videos get played. We're on Detox Television. We're on a couple of Roku channels. We're on the Music channel, which is a worldwide thing. And it's cool that it's there, and it's like it's nice to find out that it's getting played everywhere. But it's like it's not worth the cost of investing $5,000 in a video,
Right.
where the song costs $400 to make,
Right.
something like that.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, you ain't recouping it when you get 200,000 plays on
Yeah, exactly.
shit. How the hell you gonna put $5,000 into a video, man, and get paid back?
Right. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and again, it goes back to like we were talking about before of if you can't publicize, if you can't play the shows, if you can't put the product out there, you can't expect anybody to buy it.
Right.
And nobody buys music to begin with, which is awful. So now it's like we have to rely on merchandise and
That's
like that. And we got it up on our website, and like every couple of weeks, somebody will order a CD or something like that. And CDs are still selling on Amazon, which is cool. But other than that, I mean, there's just
And you're at Zia Records too, right?
yeah, we're in Zia.
Hey, you
yeah.
played House of Blues a couple times,
Yes.
at least,
Yeah.
and under $1,000, right? Whether you were headliner or not, right?
I never got close to a grand of the place.
Now, see, this is what I thought when Honor Monk Steve's on stage. This is where I really realized how much these guys are getting fucked, especially for how good the music is compared to anything I'd listened to on any radio station or mainstream anything for 15 years. I'm thinking, man, these guys are making thousands of blah, blah, blah. And it's like, man, there's 4 dudes up there. They got to get me up there to help them move equipment. They got to do all this bullshit. And if you're going to be that good, you're going to be on House of Blues stage. You are not fucking around and just fucking rehearsing one time right before that show.
Yeah.
You're getting your shit tight. You're getting it down. Man, I'm looking at I don't even care if somebody made $700. It's 4 fucking guys that worked a month, let alone all the shows and everything they did prior to that to even be considered to play that goddamn stage.
Oh, yeah.
Let me put it this way. I don't like talking about how much people get paid because it gets you into a weird thing. I will put it this way though. I have made more money playing in dive bars than I've ever made
On a
playing
great stage.
on a stage like that.
The one with the good sound system
Yeah.
and all the bullshit.
I mean, and I've played at that place about 3 times now, 4 times, and it's not what you think is. And now, is that it's not the fault of the promoters? Because
No.
most of it is done by Live Nation. Live Nation is very strict on how much they're going to pay you.
Yep.
What the bad thing about it, and again, I don't want to get myself in trouble here, but
No.
you can't really sell merch in those places. You can,
Ups,
but you got to
yeah.
give them a percentage.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
Oh, yeah.
You have to hire one of their people to sell it, and it's not worth it.
I can't believe I didn't know that
Look.
with all the people. The only reason I go there is because people like you that I know to see.
Yeah.
I'm not, look, number one, $13 a fucking beer, and I can't sit down unless I spend $250, man. You can fuck yourself.
Well, you can't sit down anyway.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But I want to know I can if I want to, actually. But that was the one. That's the
I'm
one
just-
thing
I'm
about
playing.
that goddamn place.
Oh, yeah.
Is it's just like, and I didn't know they charged all that.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
but House of Blues though, that's something you do want on your resume.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like the Hard Rock, because then when somebody is looking for a Midwest tour or Cali, whatever, they are going to look and say, "Oh, well, they played House of Blues
Right.
and they played this, so
Yeah.
they must show up. They must do something right."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's also, like remember you were talking before about the '80s bands, like it was like, they all made millions, but they all owed it.
right.
There's a lot of shit that's still like that. Like talking about trying to set up tours. You got to pay to be on tour.
And
most
it's
of the
even
time.
worse now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
And-
of times it's
Yeah.
paid to get on.
And the offers that we got were just horrendous. Like it was
Oh,
like we had one band that I won't mention their name, but they offered us 10 dates, and we had to pay them. I think it was $3,500 to do the tour, and we would get no money at all except for what we sold in merch. And to what made it even worse, now keep in mind, we still have to pay for the transport, we still have to pay for our hotels.
Mhm.
But we had to charge the exact same amount that they were charging for their merch. So now think of it this way. This is a band that has a few albums out. People know who they are.
Right.
$30 a
They charge
t-shirt.
30, 35. Nobody's going to buy a Wicked Grind t-shirt for $30 I wouldn't buy a fucking
I'm not lying. I love you, but hell
Yeah.
to the fuck no.
Right.
So it's like, so we sit there and we go, okay, so what are we playing? Well, they were going to play what they call mid-range venues, so 200 to 400 seaters.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a good night. That's great. What are we going to sell? Like maybe one T-shirt for fucking Lucky, and each
Right.
one we're going to lose it. Take a
Dude,
bet.
I won't even
So-
buy one from a band that I've loved for 30 years for 30 bucks. Man, you can fuck it. It's a
It
t-shirt.
was
and it ain't
really
even
hard
that
for me to
good.
spend that much money on a Disturbed t-shirt.
Yeah,
It was hard.
It
It was
is.
$35.
But that was the first time. No, you'd seen him
I
probably.
know that's the first time I saw him.
Oh,
I
me
met
and you
him.
both.
We'd met
We
him.
met him at
We'd
Kill
met him
Pop.
at Kill
Kill
Pop.
Pop. Dave Draymond looked at me crazier than a motherfucker when I said, "Bro, you bark better than my fucking dog." Hey, he did a 5-minute live with me on Facebook, man. I must have
Oh,
made
yeah.
some kind of impression.
Oh yeah, really, really great guys. But yeah, I agree with you. Baker's Dozen had. I get a lot of their emails that they get because we're attached to them,
Uh-huh.
and but yeah, I mean, there's been $7,000, $10,000, $30,000
Mhm.
on these tour dates, and we're just like, that'd be great if you guys can go, but
For what? Like,
Who got $7,000?
Yeah.
who's got $30,000 to go on tour?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nuts. And then not only that, like, if I felt it was worth it, if I felt like, okay, well, we can get, say 10 dates for, let's just say $5,000, right?
Mhm.
Just say. But it was 1,000 seaters,
Right.
and you can sell your merch whatever you want.
Right.
Okay.
You keep your merch. You
keep
get
your merch,
half the door, or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, even if they just say, look, we'll give you $1, for everybody that comes in, whatever it is,
Mhm.
something that we can recoup on, or at least get close. Like, it's okay to lose a little money sometimes,
Sure.
but at least, we're gonna,
If you get those loyal fans.
right. But if
That's-
you sit there and you go, look, it's going to be a 200 seater that who knows who's going to show up, and your shirts are going to be $35. And it's like, yeah, well, never fuck yourself.
Mhm.
And most of the venues are going to take a portion of that anyway, because most of those venues do these.
Man, that really makes me even madder, dude. I'm not
Oh,
lying.
yeah.
You people
I've
are ripping
seen-
me
I've
off for a
seen-
t-shirt to
I've seen
begin with.
Tantric. Well, we went on tour with Tantric, and
Yeah.
we did the show in Seattle. But
Whoa,
didn't get
wow.
promoted
Right.
at all.
Paid them
None.
$5,000,
Paid them
right around
yeah,
$5,000.
paid them right about $5,000.
And I walked up the street looking at the poles, the telephone poles, and
Yeah.
guess what they had? They had big, colorful, cool-looking posters for Tuesday night punk rock karaoke. I said, what
There
the?
was everything else there. There was no Tantric
Right.
promotion at all.
There was like 13
And
of
they
us
had-
total with the staff, our crew, which was 5 people,
Yeah,
and
maybe-
the band.
Maybe 20 people played. Hugo
Now tell
killed
them the
it.
story.
Hugo killed it, but he
Tell 'em
broke
the
a tooth-
story,
he broke
bro.
a tooth
Oh man.
just before the show. They almost canceled.
Right.
So I'm running around Seattle trying to find Ambasol. Fucking driving like a maniac in a place that I don't know where I'm at. Finally get that, go down, tossing the Ambasol. Down
Dude,
just
the whole
twist the whole
tube, bro. Chewed it for 5 minutes.
chewed around, puked his brains out.
Right.
Went on stage and played for what, an hour and a half
18 people.
for 18 people.
Maybe
He's still-
3
he's
were
still
there.
paid?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
he
got
got
his
his money.
He's got a name.
The
why.
thing
And
was
he
is
just-
that he was
but
going to
he
do
just-
that
He
cover.
was hurting.
Yeah.
And just he was gonna do
Is This Love by
Whitesnare.
Whitesnare. He didn't even know the song. He's
They were-
reading it on his
They
phone
were
prior
just
to
reading on his
in
phone.
the
And
rehearsal.
they were kind of going, what's he looking at his phone for?
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
like,
know that
man,
song?
I know the words of that.
And so, and it was funny. It's just like, no, I
That's
never
the
saw
only
it.
song he did not do. But my thing was,
But they
when
didn't.
we
They didn't
seen
do
him
the
at
encore. They're gonna do it as an encore.
what was the place in Denver we went to that we seen him with like fucking 400, 500 people in there? With
Oh, I forgot. I forgot the name of that.
the,
Place.
well,
But
anyway,
it's a real
Denver,
it's a real
whatever. But
famous place.
he did the
Yeah.
same exact show
Mhm.
there
Oh yeah.
for the 18 people that he did, and
That's
I
what
was
you gotta
just
do.
like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I didn't. He didn't like me too much because he likes to be the center of attention, and that's my fucking job.
Right.
But by the end of the tour, me and him were hanging out and shit, and I was like, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't like people that don't appreciate whatever he's been doing. He's been touring for 30 fucking
Yeah.
years. He loves what he does.
Oh yeah.
And when he went up and did that for that, and I know they were getting paid $5,000, but even still, the way he could have done a shit show, nobody, 3 people would have known that weren't working there, or us following him doing the filming and the touring.
Right.
But he did the same, other than Is This Love. I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
And then when we went to the Indian tribal thing, and where the fuck
went
was
to
it?
Portland. We went to Portland
Well,
after Seattle. Went to Portland.
But
We did
then we
there.
went. Where was the
Lolita.
Lolita, California? Never heard of it. It was a Native American tattoo
Tattoo convention.
type thing at this casino thing. And fuck, there were 700-800 people, and I never saw him do a different show from 50 to 500 to 1,000 and to 10. And I was like, you know what, man, I really didn't like you at first, but man, thank you.
That's what you have to do. Because
Yeah.
you never know that one person that's in that room, they
Could
be-
have a phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And all it takes is one.
Your
little-
brother's a perfect example, of that shit. Because when Wicked Garden, when we did Cinco de Muzio, the second one, Advanced, right? Your brother filmed us playing our original
Yeah.
song, and that video is what led to us getting a record deal. Was
No
from that
shit?
video, yes.
Nice.
What happened was, so Tim filmed it, we put it up online, we shared it, and it went around. And like I said, it got like a couple thousand views. It wasn't crazy. But what happened was, a friend of mine who was on another label saw it. She showed it to the head of her label. He loved it, and we started talking with them. We didn't sign with them, but what happened was, everybody in the business is into what everybody else is doing.
Oh yeah,
So because he had interest, somebody else had it, and next thing you know, it was bouncing all over the place.
that's
And
that
that's how we
can't
ended up.
have syndrome.
Yeah.
Man, that guy, they're pretty good, man. They might be. Oh wait, that dude wants them. Fuck, I'm getting them now.
That's exactly what it was, and that led it all from that one video. So like I said, you don't know who's in that crowd. It's I get bummed out too when I'm going to do a show. There's only 12 people. I'm like, well, fuck this shit. But there
You
could be-
still do the show.
Yeah.
I've seen you in a couple of me and 4 other people.
we've
No,
had a
never
couple-
that small, but I mean, I've seen it under 30, 40 at
all
one or
that
2 of the shows I've seen it.
Yeah.
But you didn't seem no different than you did
No,
when you were
but
playing
they were playing-
Vamped or House of Blues.
But
And no matter how disappointed you are, that's one thing you, like you said, that one motherfucker. And now with the phone, man, it could be a lot of motherfuckers.
And it's not even like for that at least saying it could just be that you make one fan. That one fan tells 2 people. I mean, it's
Oh yeah.
I've seen that happen with us, which is weird. Like to see it.
Oh yeah. I played. I've had a show. And
Excuse me.
I've played some of your stuff, and I've had other people from like Germany or someplace else like because that a local band. And I said, yeah, they're here. Do you know those guys? Like, yeah. They're great guys.
Yeah.
You think they come to Germany? I said, sure. If the price
Hey,
is
if
right,
you
they'll
guys
go
got the
anywhere.
money, man. Germany, London,
Yeah.
England.
Well, so the thing
Where?
is, so we've now charted 2 songs in Australia. So now it's like we've put out 4 singles. 2 of them have charted in Australia. I would love to fucking go to Australia.
You know what? I just thought
Oh, yeah,
about
but
something.
it's
Hey,
like, we can't afford it, but I would love to.
any of you people that know somebody from Australia, I don't have nobody watching the show from Australia, so send them a goddamn link.
Yeah,
We
there you
need
go.
that one. We don't have Australia yet. We got a lot of man.
We got New Zealand.
We got some fucking damn. I was like, that ain't a real place. You're a fucking liar.
I get that when I look at our our streaming reports, I'll be like Kazakhstan's a real place. These people listen to us.
It's not just something the news made up.
There's some countries I had never heard of this fucking
Right.
country, but like 14 people listened yesterday. Okay, that's a good thing, So
Oh, right.
that's the cool thing. Is like I don't really care about the amount of streaming. Like, the amount of streams is cool. I like to look at the countries.
At the
Right.
different,
Yeah.
that's one thing I've really enjoyed. I've met people, I've talked to people from countries I've never been to, never taught, you know what I'm saying, never knew nobody from there. But I did notice those couple people like Greta from Germany, Shane Willie from New Zealand, June Moore from England. I'm not even getting good. Nepal and all them other places. Sorry, man. You people got some weird names. But the thing is that I noticed those people are really loyal and they do share. And every now and then we get another person from that country or that region that jumps up and they stay. And when we have you on the show, like, I don't know, you probably already friends with Smurf and a bunch of most of the people we know because of the way he's pushed you and you've been around since the beginning. But like if Greta comes off from Germany, Shane Willie, June Moore, who else? That Cher. Smurf, always, Smurf's been friends with you. Ronald Farrell Jr.
shares everything
from Underground
and
Singers
he
Club in
tags
Texas.
every.
Oh, cool.
Yes, he does.
I've gotten yelled at. Like, who's Bron and why is he fucking tagging me?
Hey, man, if you don't like it, get out my shit.
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I didn't.
Hey, I can't do it. I
come
can't
on.
do it. You don't
guy-
do it.
And everything.
The guy said,
I don't do that.
and he,
I don't like
I mean,
that.
he gets up in the morning. He's in Houston,
Right.
so he gets up. He comes on my show when I do my Monday morning show. Comes on our show at night and shares it like 30
Danny
times.
McCune, him and Shane
Yeah.
Willie work together from
Yeah.
New York to New Zealand with The
Yeah.
Warning. That
Yeah.
young female band, they're pretty good.
If you
Right?
got, that's the thing. Like, if you have 20 of those people, think
That's
of the
what
reach
you
get.
need.
Oh,
It
yeah,
doesn't.
definitely.
You could have 2,000 people but you got 20 of those.
Right.
Those are the
Well,
ones that help.
I get a bunch of friend requests and I'm like, who are these
Oh, I'm
people?
done.
Me too.
But I'm like, okay, so I kind of look and see who they're friends with. I'm like,
Right.
oh, okay, all right. Now
We got a question.
or, what?
Gary
Got a question?
Gage says, "What was one of your favorite places to play?"
Are you talking about just in Vegas or like in general?
Probably
I've been
in
around,
general with
I've been
Gary.
around a long fucking
I'm
time.
thinking
What up,
Gary's meaning ever.
So, what my House of Blues is always great to play, just because
The
the
sound
the
system.
stage is great. I played a lot. I grew up in New York, so I did a lot of shows in New York. I played.
You played some big ones. You
Yeah,
played some of the ones that are gone. Like
Yeah, like CBGB. And
I
stuff
was
like
good.
that.
That's
Like,
the one I was gonna. I
So-
knew I should have said.
Yeah.
it.
So, but I always feel like this way. It's
That's
like,
gone.
my favorite places are not always the best places. It's just because there's a vibe there that's really cool.
The people
you know?
that show up seem to be there more for you,
Right.
and not just the douche atmosphere. The
Exactly. Like I mean,
dive bar. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the, as much as I hate that dirty place, man, I've seen some of my best shows there. Hey, excuse me. Settle down, people. Uh-oh, time for getting.
Time for game.
there you go. But like even still, like we go up to Pahrump a lot. I fucking not move all in Pahrump. I'd rather play to 50 people in Pahrump than 300 people a day.
Sure.
Because those people are just into it and they just love it and they have a good time. And it's so much fun.
Hey, we might have an
but yeah.
American South African goddamn wrestling match here in about 2 seconds. I ain't playing with you. And he's special forces, so any of you people that don't like me, you better watch.
Yeah, New York. I haven't played in New York in years, Paul, but New York used to be amazing. With, like I said, CBGBs and then Limelight and the Lions Den and Cafe Wa and all those.
How many of
places.
those are gone? You just named. I know CBGB's is gone,
Cafe
and that
Wa-
blows me away.
It's still around. Limelight's gone. I don't know about the Lions Den. It might still be around, but it's called something else probably.
CBGB
Um,
been gone a couple
It's
years
been
ago.
gone
right?
about 10 years.
I can't
yeah.
believe that the
You
people
know,
that have
I'd heard
played
of that.
there.
I'd never been in that.
Well, I mean, it was-
I've heard of it. I've never been
It
nowhere.
made the dive bar and the double down look like the Venetian. Like it
Oh,
was the
Jesus.
grossest fucking place.
Really?
But you wanted to
Yeah.
play there because all the people that played there, and
And
Was
like,
it like a? Was it like a?
it was a punk place
it
when
was
it
a
first
punk-
started,
it was
wasn't it?
about the size of this place. It was
Yeah.
small. And you had this plywood stage, that there was always water on it. Like it didn't matter. Like, it hadn't rained in New York in 10 months. There was fucking water on the stage at all times. You know? And the PA was like a single mic that like hung from the ceiling, you know, and you always got like electrocuted. Like the sound was.
Oh wow.
The sound guy just fucking hated you. He doesn't care what band you were in.
He sounds like that dude from the dive bar, man. He's an angry
dude.
dude.
Yeah, John. He made John look like Jesus.
What?
like the sound guy. Like,
So this place was way dirtier, way more disgusting, and had a worse sound guy. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep that CBGB in the back of my head for the memories of the people that played
you
there.
would step on the stage and your fucking feet would get stuck. That shit. I went there. So I don't think I ever peed in the place. I would go outside and pee in the alley. I'm like, I'm not fucking like that. You get chlamydia, just walk.
Man, I'm not pulling my junk out in this.
Yeah, no, it was rough, dude. It was rough. But
wow,
you know, again, it's because.
But it was now. Yeah. How? I mean, was that one of the first like stages you played that was like? I mean, landmark, fucking legendary.
No, I mean, I guess one of them.
What was the first big stage you hit that you had seen? What?
The Moore in Brooklyn.
And who had you seen there when you were younger?
Shit.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Like, what was your favorite
Iron
show
Maiden
there?
Played there. Metallica played there. Megadeth played there. Like that was like a huge play.
And when you walked up to play there, you're like, Iron Maiden played here, Megadeth played here, Metallica played here.
I had a fucking boner like you wouldn't believe.
Standing in front of the mic goes, Hatfield played here.
Here. Well, and the funny, like I played there for the first time in 90.
You get the next question.
91 or 92, I think. So, like literally, Iron Maiden as Charlotte the Harlot had played there like 6 months before because they would. That's what they would do their warm up shows for their tours. So like Anthrax would play there. They would call themselves Satan's Lounge Band, and Metallica would play. Would call themselves Creeping Death. And so all these big, and anytime you were there was somebody famous there. Like it just never failed. And I knew a lot of people. Like I knew the guys in Type O Negative. I knew the guys in White Zombie, shit like that. So we were always hanging out.
Wow.
So like it was a big deal, but then it wasn't a big deal because everybody was already there.
Right.
Like I remember, you guys
kind of like over at Vamp.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody shows up.
It's kind of like that. It was just it was a much bigger place than Vamp, and like Bobby Gustafson from Overkill. Me and him were talking a couple months ago, a year ago now, about when he like moved. There was a place to sit down called On Stage, and we played there one night with Bobby's band, which was Eye for an Eye, and James Hetfield just showed up, and him and Bobby were playing pool. Like just in the fucking back room, just fucking playing. Like it was the most normal thing in the fucking world. And everybody's like, "Is that James Hetfield?" I'm like, "Yeah, hanging out with Bobby." It's like, "What do you do?" It's like, "All right." So that was the shit. That was fun.
Cool. Gary wants to know who your biggest influence is.
If you want to go by songwriting, guitar playing, and stuff like that, Jerry Cantrell, Kurt Cobain, David Grohl, Steven Tyler.
Man, you don't sound nowhere near as depressed as any of them dudes in your music.
It's not even a matter of depression.
I'm just
the structure. Nope. I love Concrete Blonde. John Napolitano's one of my favorites. So like it's like Rap from those guys. I love John Fogerty. It's one of my favorites.
Man, come on, man. What is it? Left field.
Yeah. Center field.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a baseball dude, but that's probably why I like baseball more because of that song.
I've been listening to the Kinks nonstop again. I love the Kinks.
Really?
I have not. That's good. I think
I heard a little bit. I
haven't heard that
like way back when,
right?
But then they didn't really have a lot that I was really into.
If you listen to Low Budget from 1978,
the older shit before they went into the video
it was incredible.
They had a couple good
songs. It was so good. It was like I have the fucking Low Budget album on my fucking CD player just nonstop. So
you should send it to him. He wants it.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's you grab influences from like everybody.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. And then there's also like something I don't like, but it influences me in other ways. Like I was never like I'm not a Led Zeppelin fan. I've never liked Led Zeppelin. I've never liked Pink Floyd.
Nothing. Now
really?
Come on, really? Now time out. Wait. Now Pink Floyd. Look. Other than Comfortably Numb, man, them guys are like nope. But Led Zeppelin, I like. I mean, obviously Stairway to Heaven when I was little, but the other songs they played their shit. They played the same 5 songs by them. Carl, you need to stop because you play the same fucking 5 by them 5 times a day. Give this dude a chance. I'll listen to your station.
Yeah, really.
I will listen to your station.
I personally, I stopped listening to comp radio.
I haven't listened to
I
it
haven't
in
listened
10
to it for
years.
a long time.
Yeah.
10
And
years.
it's just because it's the same thing
It is.
over and over, and
Wait.
it's nothing. If there's something new that comes out, it's only something new by,
Some band
One
you forgot
band.
about.
and it's
And it's not even a good
That's
song.
like classic,
It's like,
classic
come
rock
on.
radio just destroyed radio.
Oh
Because
my God, because
Yeah.
of the recycling.
like every single time, like and to your point, it's like yeah, you hear the same 5 Led Zeppelin songs. They have fucking 9 albums out.
And
Right.
they have
They-
some
you
really
know,
good
Like
songs
and
that
you
are.
don't have to play rock and roll every day.
Please, no more Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
And that's
Or,
that's
yeah.
that's radio, but that's radio, and that's
Right.
it's
But then now what trips me out about comp is I can't believe this. Like when you pay for the advertising on there for the company and all that bullshit, man, they got an average of 17 to 18,000 listeners a day in a fucking town that has 1.5 million, 2 million people now. I'm like, you've been around this long, but you guys have steadily, but they just want that steady number
right.
of,
constant listening.
I don't know.
I used to be a faithful listener to their morning show.
Oh, dude, I love
every morning. I'd listen to those guys. Look It Out Wednesday.
Craig
all
and
that
Al,
stuff.
all them.
Craig,
fuckers.
Al, and Andy. I listen to those guys all the time. I mean, everything. Once they stopped doing what they were doing and other people come in,
Yeah.
show just went downhill. And just like, this
Yeah.
ain't even funny
Hey.
anymore.
It's because it's an afterthought. You know, music,
Right.
Especially like FM radio is basically it's just background music.
That's all it is.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't discover anything on there anymore.
Yeah.
A good example is when we were trying to get our songs on there, right? We were actually told by the program director of a certain station. They said we won't play a local band until they break
National.
nationally. And
Well,
I was
fuck
like,
you then.
what fucking sense does that make? Like, I'm like, when did you start playing fucking Imagine Dragons? When did you start playing?
The
like
killer.
Yeah,
Killers,
Well,
Adelaide as well.
yeah, like after they broke.
And I'm not gonna lie, man.
Don't you want like? See, again, growing up in New York and also a
How are
different
they going to
time.
break if you don't play?
Well, that was the whole thing. Like my first band, Lynx, we had WSIA and WSOU
What?
play us constantly,
No.
and that led us to get other airplanes, to get our first
Right.
record deal and stuff like that. Because that's they took pride in that. They were like, we discovered Lynx. I remember when Typo Negative first started really hitting. WSOU was the one that played them, and WSU wore that like fucking badge of honor. We were the first,
And they
ones to
should
play.
have.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and
You-
now
they
it's like
helped
they don't
break
give a
them.
shit. They don't. They want to wait for everybody else to get the new toy before they decide they want to play.
And this is my thing: is if I'm here in Vegas doing this music as long as he's been doing this shit, and I do break, and you want me to come on your fucking little shit show now, man, fuck you. I tried to come to you. I had better music than anything you've been playing for years. I will be here. I will show up for the interview. We'll do an acoustic.
I think that's why I really got into doing what I was doing, or when I started doing this, fuck, almost 15 years ago.
Right.
Started doing internet radio.
Man, you're
I
fucking
was
old,
doing
dude.
yeah, I know. Shut up. Hey, I earned all these, okay?
Hey, man.
But it's just trying to get music out there that nobody else is playing. I mean,
Right.
nobody on Main Street is playing these guys. Nobody's wanting to play this.
And
You
it's
know?
way better than
And
anything
it's-
we've heard
Right,
for
and
years.
a lot of it is better than
Yeah.
whoever.
I thought he was somebody from a 80s band. I'm not going to lie to you. Till he came on the show, that first show we did. He was on the first show we did together at Red Rock Tattoo.
That's
Yeah.
because I was playing with all those '80s bands.
Yeah, because
yeah.
actually when I'd seen him at Vamped a couple times prior to that, he was up there with, like people from that were
Yeah, 'cause
like,
it was funny because a lot of the cover bands. I mean, Paulie was always wanting me to come on the show. I said, well, do something original.
Right. Yeah.
So you have something original, I'll have you on my show. This
and
is
fuck you,
for
fuck.
original
fuck
stuff.
off.
I
That's
mean,
it.
you're playing everybody else's shit that's already been paid for,
Yeah.
and you're just copying it. What's
But
you're
one
a good,
thing
you're a
about
good
them-
musician, you're talented,
Mm.
but what's original about it?
Right.
Well, he
What
got
did
an
you do?
original project
Well,
finally.
yeah,
They-
now he does.
Trailer
Now he
Park
does now.
Trash. What the fuck is it?
Uh,
Chaos Bender and
Bender,
the Traveling
yes.
Trailer
They're
Park.
good. I like them.
But I will say one thing about Smashing Out, you know how I am about the cover band thing. I mean, I don't mind seeing somebody that's on their shit, but Smashing Out and Puppet, one thing I will say, no, I don't stay till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning when they're headlining
Mhm.
because I'm tired and I got to work in the morning. But they have brought a lot of the guys we know. I'm talking Astoria, Arnold, a lot of people we know. They at least get them in the door at Vamp that would never have a chance. And because they have that built-in crowd, I don't give a fuck if it's a motherfucker my age and stuck too much in one music. Those people are loyal. If you get one or two of them fucking people, Man, that's a whole nother plant, whatever the fuck you want to call
I
it.
agree. But it's that's that was the whole thing. And if I can get
I'm kidding.
What was
Nope, I'm doing this one. I'm going to make it all sound
you get the next
professional like
generation
Morgan
rock
Freeman.
musician.
Watch. If you, oh wait, wrong voice.
F
Sorry.
you.
If you could give the next generation of rock musicians any advice, what would it be? That's from Gary Gage.
Oh man, the next generation is there any left? That's the problem.
Quit being a lazy bitch.
No, you know what?
Whoops.
I would say, don't be satisfied. Don't be satisfied with okay, this is good enough because too many people are doing that, and it's because the business allows you to do that now. Like I said,
They tell you it's good.
well, not even that. It's like we were talking about before about putting up something like on Spotify or SoundCloud. You can do it in a half hour.
Right.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Wait until it's fucking done and it sounds good, and then put it out. Put your best shit out forward because your best song is never your first song, and if it is, that's just a rarity.
Right.
But like.
And that's normally the end of your
yeah.
career with a Grammy.
Right. I mean, I talked to a lot of like younger bands, and they're like, "Hey, we're putting out an EP, and I'll listen to it, and I'll be like, guys, this isn't good enough. Don't put this out. It's a demo. Go back and redo it." And like, I feel bad because I know that their heart and soul's in it, but I can also say, here's what's wrong, and I'll write it out, and they don't even realize it. I'm like, we should have a producer there to do it for you. That
Right.
But. Because of that, again, like I've heard some bands put out some music, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, why did you think this was good enough? And it's not even a matter of the quality of the song; it's the production quality.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear hissing, you can hear the bass is out of tune. Like you can there's all the stuff that.
What do you think about? I mean, I know it's all a single-driven Spotify goddamn platform thing now, but me personally, since I've been on the show with you, I've been telling everybody, look, man, you gave me this 3-song, 4-song EP, and I kind of like it a whole lot, but motherfucker, just do an album.
Well,
to me,
that's the thing too. Now you get into cost, and now you have to figure out, is it worth it? Like we want to do another album. We have another album written. There's a cost involved, and the cost is it again? We can't recoup anything because we can't play anywhere.
Right.
Is it worth?
The extra time.
Yeah, the first record that we Postal Serving Leisure, it cost us about $5,000 to record. Okay?
God damn.
And then whatever the label invested in promoting it, which I'm sure was at least another $12,000. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure there was a lot more than that. So it's like, well, do we want to go $10,000 in the hole? And,
because you're then they own your soul.
Right, exactly. Like now, we got lucky with Shock Records. We own everything. We licensed it for 3 years, so they can do whatever they want for 3 years, and after 3 years, all the rights come back to me.
It comes back to you.
Right, and they were really cool about that. So, and we're still on very good terms. It's not like there wasn't a break with Shock. They actually offered to put out our next record, and we told them we're going to put out a couple singles on our own first, and kind of gauge, what's going on from there. So the problem with an album is albums have filler, and everybody these days, they want to hear the hits.
Right.
There's 10 songs on Postal Serving Leisure Music. I think 4 of them are great. I think 2 of them are pretty good. The rest of them are filler, and I can admit that because I wrote most of them.
Wow, dude. At least he's honest, motherfuckers.
Because not every song. It's like look, if you have 10 kids, one of them's going to be a fucking thief. It's like
man, come on. If you got 10 kids, probably 3 are going to be a thief, 2 are going to be serial killers.
Right.
Hopefully 1 or 2 are all right.
That's basically what it comes down to.
That's honest though.
Yeah.
That's.
And
I like him. He's so much more. You see how much more polite this guy can write, like fucking Hemingway. He can put a 4-sentence thing out.
Oh yeah.
Just basically saying everything I do, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. But it sounds really good. And if you're not smart, you don't understand it.
Yeah. Well, it's just like I think if he would have wrote "Hey bitch,"
right,
it would have been "Fuck you, bitch."
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, it depends on what bitch I was writing about. Yeah. It could have been "F you, bitch" if I liked it.
That's why not everybody's a lyricist too. It's like Sean writes some lyrics, okay. But no, Troy writes some lyrics.
You write most.
I write like 90% of the lyrics that we have, And
you're eloquent though. From Facebook posts, man, your songs are goddamn good, bro.
But I've also been doing this for 30 years. I started putting out records in 1990.
I thought you were 24.
God, please, man. 24. Jesus Christ.
I was trying to be nice.
Kid's almost 24.
But shit.
It's like but I have friends.
Well,
that
you started early.
Yeah. I have friends that have been in the business.
Hey, if I can make him hesitate because. Look, all the shit I can say that fucks up people that come on here, this motherfucker just barely bumped. Okay.
I have friends that have been in the business for 30 years and they can't write lyrics and they keep trying. And I finally tell them, why do you keep trying? You can't do it. It's not a knock against you. I
It's
can't
just
play
not
piano.
What you do.
Right.
Mhm.
If you put me like on that piano right now, I can basically play like I have pause. But if you want me to play like a concerto, it's not going to happen.
What?
Right.
You know.
Oh, I was going to make you play Tchaikovsky.
But that
there in a
doesn't
minute,
right. But now does that does it mean I'm a bad musician? No, because I also play
No.
guitar, I play bass, I play harmonica, I play a bunch of other stuff.
You right?
You know, I have. You know, there are some guys that are the most amazing guitar players I've ever heard in my life. They can't write a fucking song. Doesn't
Right.
mean they're bad. It's just
Right.
some people aren't geared for that.
Sure.
And that's another thing going back to that question, which is a really good one.
Mhm.
Is you know your strength. You know, if you're the lead singer in a band, but your bass player writes really good songs, let the fucking bass player write the songs.
Yeah,
Don't
like
be a
you got-
douche.
yeah.
Listen to everybody. If you don't want to take the time, this is one thing I've figured out from the different rehearsals I've been in.
Mhm.
I've seen some really sick ass groups that I've seen on stage that were just what the, and then go to a rehearsal and see that one motherfucker is being a jerk off, fucking goddamn.
Yeah, that's,
what you
that's
call-
usually me.
dictator. No, but you will listen to your
I'll
guys,
listen.
and you.
But I
Oh,
will
yeah,
say
sure.
this: there is no such thing as a democracy in the band. Bullshit. You cannot have a democracy in the band. One guy has to know what he's doing.
Oh yeah,
Otherwise
because
you're gonna have-
normally none of you
Yeah.
do.
Otherwise, you have 4 or 5 people going off in 4 or 5 different directions.
But now in a rehearsal or writing a new song like Astoria was one of the first groups I ever seen that. I watched them one night. I got invited. I was so happy, and I'm sitting there watching them play. And they did a new song like 7 times.
Yeah.
And I had to go get my kids, and I'm like, man, I'm not going to. This motherfucker ain't never going to be done. Everybody, Glenn the drummer, fucking James the guitarist, Steven the singer, and fucking Corey the bassist, they all stopped at least one time during those first 7 and said, hey man, we should. Nobody argued. They tried it that way. It
Right.
didn't work. But that 8th time, and you know what song that was? Broken. That's what I couldn't remember that the other night. Broken. But that to me, and I've seen groups that got more publicity and
Yeah.
maybe some more shows
Mhm.
that, and I could see 3/4 of the people in the group are miserable. You do need a goddamn commander. There can
Yeah.
only be one chief,
Oh, yeah.
Holmes. He
I've
knows
seen-
he's
I've
an
seen-
engine.
I've seen-
Yes, I said engine because if I said Indian, you'd think he was going to sell you a Slurpee. Fuck you, man. Hey, that's
Don't mess
just
with my dog.
facts.
No, but yeah, I've seen the same thing with Tailgun, and I used to go watch
Baker's
them all the
Dozen,
time.
we've
Baker's
seen
Dozen,
that.
you see that, but everybody has an input on it, and when
Right.
you listen to it, there's got to be one chief in there.
And sometimes
And
it's
then-
stupid when
Yeah.
somebody says something, but if you
No,
try
but
it,
then, it's not really. It's not really stupid. I think it's just
Well, I don't know, I've heard
if,
some
you
pretty
have,
bad
if you
shit.
have an idea, it's like, well, maybe if I do this real quick, would it work with that? And
Right.
sometimes it throws it off. It throws the bases.
but the thing is
off.
if they give that person a chance,
Well, yeah,
and
you
even
got to
if it,
give them a chance because then
when it works, that's great. If it
That's
doesn't
why you're a
work, but
band,
they
it's
still
right.
are more invested because they are a good musician, hopefully, because that's why you pick them to be in your group. And you
Right.
should listen to, but that to me makes them more invested in it. Even if you try it and it sucks ass,
Mhm.
you at least gave them that opportunity. And man, maybe they're going to go home and take 10 times the time to think about,
Yeah.
man, next time I will get this. And maybe
so-
it comes up with something good.
Yeah, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Like
Right.
we're not a very collaborative band. Like, and it's like it's not really
Like you write some
I
shit
write
and send it to them and they come
pretty
up with
much.
their parts.
Well, it depends. Most of the time when I write a song, I write the whole thing. It's like, here's what I need on the bass, here's what I need on the drums, here's the guitar, I get the vocals. So when I write by myself, it's usually the entire song.
And then you give them room to
And then
get,
they
maybe.
do what they got to do.
Now, how many times do you have to? I mean, I don't know. With you, I'm trying to think. Now, has it been more times that you've not used their suggestions, or what would you think? And that may be a
It's pretty well. Let's put it
kind
this
of
way.
even.
It's kind of even. It's like I said, if I walk in with a song that's complete, I'll still take suggestions, but most of the time there's not many suggestions. Most of the time they go, okay, this is good, or if they have something, it's just a little piece they want to. Like Sean is really good at like phrasing. His phrasing is really good.
Like you'll
So-
come up with the words and he'll
Right. He'll go,
work
why don't
with it
you
a
try?
little
Yeah,
bit,
why don't you
tweak
try
it a
moving
little
this
bit.
way? When there's maybe 2 or 3 songs that are going to be in the next record that we actually wrote as a group, that all 4 of us came up with a part.
Y'all
And-
happy with it?
Yeah, and it wasn't by design. It was just we were jamming and something sounded good. And we're like, okay, this is what we're doing.
Oh, that's cool.
So everybody does have their chance to kind of shine. Like, Troy's gonna be doing a lot more singing on the next record. He's gonna be doing at least 2 lead vocals, maybe more. You know, and
Wow.
because he's got a great voice.
He does.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Troy's got a great voice.
Troy,
Hey, if you guys ever want to do a rehearsal and invite us over, man, I don't have to go Facebook Live. We can film it and then let you guys look at it, and we can put it out later when you're ready. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's
I
funny
like
because
it.
our rehearsal, we haven't rehearsed in months now, but our rehearsals are fucking retarded. Like, because half the time we don't know what we want to play. Like, we'll run through
I like
whatever's the newest song that we've done, and it's like, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
That sounds like me, man. That's a perfect place for me to
And
be.
that's when I
Yeah.
used to, okay, I wrote a song yesterday. Here it is, and I show it to everybody, and then we start doing it that way. You know,
Right.
it's rare for us to jam on something and it becomes a song. It's happened a couple of times, but it's pretty rare. It's usually somebody comes in with a full idea or at least 3/4 of it. You know, but that works for us. You know, and luckily the guys in the band, as far as I'm concerned, they give me that leeway, because.
You've got the experience.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean, this is my 3rd fucking record deal. Like, you know, it's like it's not like,
damn.
you know, so
and you still ain't rich, man. You
Hell
people,
no.
fucking record goddamn companies need to quit fucking my people.
No,
Yeah.
definitely.
but I also respect what they do. Like, you know, I don't fuck with Sean's parts. Like when we went in to record Home Too Far, and I'm not telling anything he wouldn't want me to tell, he was having a hard time throwing the solo down. You know, he was just, it was one of those days where it just wasn't working,
Yep.
you know? And he just said, you know, I'm just going to go home. You know, he's like, I'm going to go home. And I worked on some other guitar parts. And Constantine was like, would you want to throw a solo down? And I'm like, no, that's his deal. Like, that would be a fuck you. You
Yeah,
know? Now, if he called me and said, hey,
I can't
throw
get it.
something down, fine, I'll do it. You know, that's the thing. But it's almost like me, you know, like I wouldn't fucking bang the dude's wife. Like, that's basically what that is to me.
Right.
You know, that's
You
that's
know,
his thing.
wow, you know what? But he's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You have to look at it that way. have to
You
look at his
people that
face.
don't play music may not understand this. I don't play music, but I understand it. It is the same thing, though. That's like,
Oh yeah.
but see,
Well, on that note,
let's take a break, man. I got to go see Danny and Dick. What?
He's
Oh.
got to
wanna
get
see
going.
what?
No,
I wouldn't-
actually,
Not you.
he was telling me out there on the last break.
Oh, you got to go.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, so he's got to do that. So no, that's okay. It's almost 9 o'clock.
I
so
had
we're-
no info, people, man.
Yeah.
Fuck these
It's
guys.
okay. That's what I was saying. On that note, banging somebody's wife. I'm gonna end it right
That's
there.
a good. Hey, he's not banging nobody's wife.
No,
either.
he's
He's
not
not
banging
even
anybody.
playing people's guitar solos, so he's not banging your wife.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you,
out,
man.
man. I
Great
really
time. Thank you.
appreciate you
Man,
so
throw
much.
up your goddamn, man, your
All right, so we
websites,
got-
all your bullshit.
So the band is Wicked Garden. You can find us. Our website's wickedgardenlv.com. Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer. It's all Wicked Garden. Wicked Garden LV for Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. There's a couple.
YouTube.
YouTube is also Wicked Garden LV, so it's all on there. And if you want more information, get in touch with one of these guys, and they'll get in touch with me, and I'll be happy to do it again.
And go check. You got the new video on
New
YouTube.
video, yes, it's Home
Go-
Too Far.
Go check
And
that.
the next song, like I said, it's around Thanksgiving.
And we're
I'll set it
probably
up
going
with
to
you guys
premiere
from
it.
here.
We're hoping.
Yeah,
I will give you guys first crack. I'll
Thank
figure out
you.
how to get that done. Get it done.
I
I
appreciate it.
appreciate it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys. Appreciate
Maybe
it.
we got to practice together, and we'll just do it live.
That would be great. I'd love to do that.
Man,
that'd be
and like I said, we don't have to do the live thing. We can just record it with the 4K
Oh,
camera
yeah.
and that shit.
Sure.
And we always give it to you guys first before, like if
If
you're
you guys
wanting
want
to
to
do it
record
first.
another video, we
Right.
got another venue to do it.
I might take you up on that offer.
Man, look at the lightsabers, bro.
Just
Yeah.
might take you up on that offer.
Just think, we got the stripper pole.
we got the stripper pole.
Hey, and if you people pay the right amount, I will dance.
Thanks, man. I
Thank you,
appreciate you, brother.
I'll hit
I
you
love
up,
so
Gary.
much, man. Miss you a
All
lot.
right,
Yeah,
assholes,
come
check it out.
on,
I'm out of
I
here
will.
because I'm going to smoke a cigarette and see my girls.
All right.
Up and
So
sit.
I will see you
That's
guys
all I'm
later. Thanks for joining us in here on this show. We'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna end the stream here on YouTube and just play some music for a little bit till we get ready to leave. All right. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.